Alright everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. We are in the snow part of the area. The snow location. This is probably one of my least favorite parts of the game, at least in the originals, because you get slowed down quite badly by the deep snow in some parts of this map, and you can't really get a good read on where any of that is. And yeah, you can't pull out the bike here because they didn't want to have any sort of physics for that, I guess. But this area is probably not going to be too hard for us to get through in terms of any battling or anything because, hey, Ice-type Pokemon, right? They're a bit of a joke. Oh, right, there's only 2 Ice-type families in the entire game, so in order to make you not bored of just fighting Sneasel and Snover over and over, they throw out some other stuff as they go. However, should be fine. I mean, this Lopunny is only level 73. Yeah, 37. That's what I meant. It's only level 73. If you're encountering a regular trainer with level 73 Pokemon in the main story of a Pokemon game, something has gone horribly wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure that that is the sort of thing that happens in some of the, like, super hard type fan games, like Pokemon Reborn is one of them, Pokemon Rejuvenation. You get shit like that in those. Yes, Pokemon Brilliant development shortages. Mostly time, I would assume. Because, as I've mentioned before, this was actually handled by a larger company than Game Freak by like a reasonable number of people. Unfortunately, they're also a support studio that has only ever really done graphics before and, you know, does visual content for a couple of games. Ilka has worked on some reasonably big things. Like, they did some stuff for a couple of the Nier games, but as I say, it was only for visual shit. And, well, yeah, that's the other thing, is that visually speaking, this game is average, really, at best. And a lot of that is because, honestly, I mean, you don't need much for a Pokemon game, so it is kind of like, what's going on with this? I've seen worse out of the Pokemon franchise. I mean, things aren't like first-gen level of off-model or even second-gen level of off-model, but also it is a very dry type of graphical approach. It's like we reached a point at somewhere down the line where, like, mid-shelf or lower type of budgeted games just did not have graphics that popped when they were 3D. Like, they were around the level of, like, PS2, GameCube type of era, which is fine. I think that's about as much graphical quality as you need most of the time, honestly. But those had some semblance of, like, flair and style. And I think we've hit a point where a lot of, like, mid-tier to cheap 3D games have no style whatsoever. And this game just kind of looks like one of those. On the other hand, that is still enough to just say, hey, it's average, and, you know, nothing necessarily looks wrong. Like, that still looks like a Graveler, this still looks like Houndoom. The things that are coming down are recognizably hail chunklets. So congratulations, bare minimum, etc. Shrug. Yes, that'll undo that 7 points of hail damage, which was the real problem here, as we all know. Also, while I was off camera, I did go and get the Lucky Egg out of the underground, because that is obtainable from one of the larger rooms in this area. And the Lucky Egg, of course, boosts how much experience your Pokemon get from battle for the Pokemon that's holding it. So That should allow us to help Carnivine catch up to the rest of the party. And we can decide if this is something we want to keep for however long. Because I did go over the move pool, and there's a bit of an issue that Carnivine does not really have any semblance of having a lot of move types. So it's like, oh hey, you get normal type attacks, you get grass type attacks. Oh, you get bite. You like bite, right? And crunch. You like those basic dark type physical attacks, right? And I mean, considering that its thing is that it's 90% mouth, you can't at least give it like the elemental fangs or something? No psychic fangs for us? That'd be cool. Psychic fangs is a pretty good move. It breaks barriers. It's a lightly underused attacking type. Yeah, see, I don't have a psychic type attack, so I'm gonna have to deal with Machoke by sending our old friend Crobat after it. On the other hand, at the very least, Crobat's pretty strong, and Machoke is not, well, it's certainly not Machamp, so we can take that thing apart in a pretty short number of hits. What else you got, buddy? A Sneasel. Yeah, see, I told you there was going to be a bunch of these. Alright, so I think we should be able to hammer arm this thing into paste. I mean, first of all, it's Sneasel. It has, like, no defense. Second of all, it's Dark Ice type. It's gonna explode from a fighting type move. It's more to the point of, I'm hopeful that we can't get killed by this thing in one hit. Which is not terribly likely. Well, okay, well, if it doesn't use a damaging attack, that's even less likely, but you know, Ice type, that could take advantage of our... Oh, I used the wrong move, even. But we still turned that thing into paste pretty quickly. You know, if it pulled out an Ice type move, that might do a decent chunk to our ground type here. How's it going, everyone? Alright, here we go. We're going up further north. No, it's not. This isn't a fog area. Let's... See? Can't use it here. It's just a really thick snow draft going. Which means that, yes, it's going to continue to hail as we go all the way north, and this is not the shortest route. Plus, there's still Acuity Lakefront and then Snowpoint City. So, they give you quite a run here. At the very least, they do give you a healing house, but it's like, hey, this whole time it's hailing. This is a complaint that I had in the original versions of this game on the DS, that just the pacing was terrible. This game tends to make things feel a little bit less bad in that regard. Not only because it's easier to get very strong just to balance things out, but also just by virtue of the fact that it moves faster overall, so like you're not sinking into the snow and going at a third or less of your speed on a game that already is the most sluggish Pokemon game in the entire series. And yes, I'm counting the fact that red and blue run at a frame rate of like 8 or something. In fact, I swear, some of the attack animations in red and blue are like a frame per second almost. And I don't know how much of that is down to design or like if it's pushing against the limits of the machine or what. Anyway, we've got a hippopotamus here. This thing is going to remove the hail and set Sandstorm instead. Which means that Empoleon is doubly suited to deal with this, both for the fact that it'll be immune to Sandstorm, and also for the fact that this thing should probably die instantly. Like, we've got 8 levels on this, and it's not evolved. Hippowdon does have, like, a good HP stat, and I think its special defense is pretty solid, but on the other hand, that requires it to evolve first. Hippopotamus is just kind of like, it's just here to pad out the Smogon Little Cup ban list. Not that I think Nintendo actually knows anything about that shit, but well, maybe they do, but it's hard to say how knowledgeable Nintendo is about the competitive scene, especially the Western competitive scene, which is very different than what it's like over in Japan. Like, here in America, ice types are kind of considered to be like one of the worst attacking types ever. Or attacking types. One of the worst defensive types ever, rather. Pardon me. Attack-wise, ice types are pretty good. And are widely considered to be such. But a large part of that is because of a wide variety of weaknesses, the way entry hazards are used and all that. Meanwhile, my limited understanding of the Japanese competitive Pokemon scene, from what I've gleaned from other people saying anything about that, is that things like that are not so big of a thing. So ice types are not really looked at as being, like, you know, just complete weak sauce. Oddly enough. Stick a fork through get roasty on Homer's leg grill, whatever the hell that means. Nice. And yeah, Hippopotamus and Hippowdon have like a decent chunk of ground moves, but that's not a huge concern if we can just bypass any need to ever see it try to do damage to us. And of course, Krogunk is just, you know, as we've basically said before, damp tissue paper in terms of defense. So that thing is going to get exploded by any attack that takes advantage of its weaknesses. We got a Golduck coming in, so I think we're going to deal with that using Rhydon. Just to mix things up. I mean, Magnezone can just turn that thing into, well, roasted Golbat, I suppose. But Rhydon, as we've said before, Rhydon can be a difficult Pokemon to use, so if it gains some more levels, that's all the better for it. Meanwhile, Magnezone is, you know, just so good all around. Magnezone has no known weaknesses. What's that earthquake sound? And see, there's some air cutter that, I think it was Retro Fanatic was saying something about last time. Don't tell him, but I did look at Crobat's stats, and it can actually kind of use special moves. It would rather use physical moves, but, you know, air cutter wouldn't be completely worthless on it. Just mostly. Plus, I think that Pluck is gonna... Pluck will be relevant once in a, you know, every now and then for a few very specific fights. Most notably, when I was playing Shining Pearl, that's how I dealt with Cynthia's Garchomp, was I threw out... I threw Crobat out, and I had it pluck its Yache Berry, and then I let it get killed for a safe switch, and Floatzel took it out with a single Ice Beam. Which would not have happened if I hadn't taken the Yache Berry. Oh no, slight spoilers that Cynthia's Garchomp is using the same setup it was in... I think that's actually the same setup it was using in Diamond and Pearl. And in case I haven't said it before, yes, the... Oh my goodness. Cynthia has maxed IVs and probably perfectly tuned EVs. I think the entire Elite Four have, like, very well optimized stats as well. But I know Cynthia does. Alright, so we got a Ninja Kid over here. This is another skier. I have no idea what all we have in terms of trainers out here. I know that we have to find TM100 here to get Rock Climb, though. Like, it's just sort of sitting out in the middle of the snow, which is great because you need it for progression, so... They decided that, hey, just to make sure that you're really good and confused at that particular point... Send in Golduck. Yeah, we can roast that thing with Magnezone real quick. Oh wow, that thing is actually going pretty quick if it's outspeeding Magnezone. Although Magnezone's speed is not like super good. I mean, it's no Electrode, but I don't usually particularly think of Golduck as having, well, much of anything going on with it. I usually think it's a pretty average Pokemon all over. That's what I was thinking, too. I didn't want to say it earlier, though, because I was like, I'll let someone else handle that. Yeah, but look what happened! This guy's here to make the jokes, but I'm too lazy to do it. Okay, yeah, Magnezone has a speed stat of 60, so it's definitely a little bit pokey, but on the other hand, 130 special attack is pretty good. Magnezone just blows shit up. 115 defense, 90 special D, that's pretty okay too. Let me take a look at Golduck. What kind of stats this goofus has going for it? Yeah, Golduck is like pretty well-rounded. Every stat is 80 or higher except for defense, which is 78. And its highest stat is special attack at 95. Speed is 85, so yeah, I mean, it being able to outspeed Magnezone, that's pretty understandable. You know, if I was still using Luxray. That's a good joke. Imagine unironically using Luxray. Actually, Luxray is alright. I just prefer Magnezone. Luxray also has a problem of, like, not a lot of attacking types in its set. Magnezone can get some fun stuff. Magnezone can pick up... That's Trainer over there. This is our TM... Oh, that's TM07. Death Egg Magnezone. Yeah, that's a pretty good mental image, that's for sure. Magnezone can pick up Signal Beam as one of its moves, I believe, which is a pretty obscure one, but it's a Bug-type move. That's something you're not going to see out of Luxray. Can it get Signal Beam? Yeah, it can from previous generations. Well, shit. I'm just hoping that they add in, like, I don't know, move tutors or something to allow that. Don't split in the water, Jesus. Send out a Golbat. Yeah, we know how to handle Golbat. With old Slowbro. That's not a Slowbro at all. Something said, not good. Don't yell at Homer. Oh, that's alright. What was it? Slow. They called you slow. How dare you call me that? You still here, Homer? Boy, you are slow. Something said, not good. Get the hell out of here! Yep. They're thinking exactly what I am. And there we go. TM100, Rock Climb, and you can see that it's grayed out up in our Hidden Moves app. So we can't use it just yet. But when we can, well, I mean, we'll be able to do that. Oh, I didn't know that this dude gave us a thing. We obtained an Icicle Plate. Nice. You're just giving me this old rock? Well, I guess, you know, maybe it just looks like an old rock that's a very cyan color. Hey, dude, have this pretty stone. I assume that hiker is one of those people who just calls everybody dude, regardless of their feelings on it, which, you know, to be fair, that's been such a normal thing for a lot of people that it sounds weird to say that, like, somebody would complain about it, but, it's airplane feces. What a phrase. Airplane feces. So right here we got a baby Mantine. We should be able to take this thing apart with beat up, because its stats aren't amazing. You know, the later baby Pokemon were a little bit better. Oh, you. There was plenty of that today in Brian's stream. Apparently he actually did get a 99-point game in it's Mario All-Stars Baseball, I think, is the one that he's doing, not Super Sluggers. I forget, because I do that a lot. He apparently did get to a max score game, but he didn't manage to get the shutout, so he ended up cutting it off. And then the last game that he ended up in that stream, he matched his PB of 90 and then ran out of gas. And we're all like, that. These are both incredibly sad. Tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, the old rubber band is coming for you. I don't have a rubber band at my desk right now, otherwise I'd, you know, just twang something out real quick. Oh, this person's opening with a water type. That's not so great. Rubber Band AI. I don't know that it ever really goes away. It has phases. Depends on how much people think they can get away with just putting it in the game. Right? Thanks, Fire Drake. I'm glad someone's here to subject me to that. But yes, I do remember a good old classic Rubber Band AI. Let's let Magnezone have a little more EXP here, because it's not a ton, but it'll get the job done for us. Yes. Of course, I always think about, like, the racing minigames and rare stuff, and I'm kind of curious. I don't know enough about, like, the contents of the code or anything to weigh in any real way here, but how much the game actually, like... Oh, God. Well, that screwed up my entire thought process. Thanks a lot, Lears. But let me see if I can piece this together here real quick. I kind of wonder just how much in like the code of those rare games for all the racing mini games, how much the position of the other racer is actually there. Oh, that time is because I moved diagonally. She's gone. That's weird. Oh boy, there's a lot of ghosts in all these places, huh? So over here is the Ice Rock. This is where we can get Glaceon. And I would imagine that that person is trying to hint at us, hey, use your ping device. And you know what? Sure, let's see if we can get a hit real quick. The answer is probably not. We'd have to be deeper towards the grass or something. Or maybe further away from the grass. Either way. Why to climb on top of that ice rock? Is this a joke I'm not getting, or is it just making a joke about the fact that it's listed there and I can't use it yet? Because, you know, to be fair. Oh. No, I was... That is not what I was trying to do, although... There's a couple of places to do it around here. Once we get the gym badge. We should just be able to toast this thing. Yeah, because it'll either have Anticipation, which doesn't do anything, or Dry Skin, which makes it weaker to fire. Are Krogunk's options, I believe. So That is perfectly fine to just flamethrower it to death. And let Houndoom continue to soak up the EXP and the glory. Jimmy buffeted by the hail. Jimmy Buffett and the pulsating shaker of salt. That fell apart on me pretty quickly. Just like most of my jokes do. Sending in an Onyx, huh? Well, that's just free EXP for Carnivine. I mean, imagine still having Onyx at this part of the game. As a random trainer like this. Come on. The pulsating margarita hail. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. Stealth Rock. Yeah, I'm totally going to switch out from when you're about to die from hail. Smooth move, X-Lax! You could at least be using Graveler so you could have self-destruct or something. Oh wow, I didn't even see that trainer. Somehow I've seen like all of the ninja trainers who are supposed to be hidden, and then I didn't see this one goofus over here. Hanging out in the middle of a tree. Whoops. He's self-destructive enough using an Onyx. You got a point. I have to admit that one. That's true. I guess, but still. In fact, I think we just hit the point where it's starting to lighten up a little bit too, so oops. Yeah, I see Lears' keyboard is still not necessarily terribly functional. But switching Carnivine to deal with Seeking, because I think Seeking has a chance of having Lightning Rod, which is its hidden ability, if I recall correctly. Oh wow, it decided to hang on, huh? Well, you got it anyway. And surprisingly, it decided not to try and do that to us. This is just more grass, right? Is there an item down there? I don't think there is. Let's take a quick look. No, it's just trees. I got baited by the trees. Now this looks like an area where there would be a hidden item in one of these two holes. Grass. But no. This dude just wants to earn a Clefairy. Well, you know what? That's alright, buddy. You do you. However, we can't go deal with Acuity Lake right now. We have to go to the Snow Point City Gym. Also known as, apparently, everybody's favorite place, based on what I've seen in terms of anything in terms of content related to this game. Oh, there's an item over there. And I will explain for why when I get over there. We probably tried to catch that Sneasel the regular way, but I decided not to. Wants to learn Foul Play. Foul Play is 95 power, pardon me. Turns the target's power against it. The higher the target's attacks at, the greater the damage it deals. That's a pretty cool move. I want that over Beat Up. Better than Foul Play, yeah. That's the move where it just chickens out and leaves the fight. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Free Ultra Ball. Not the greatest possibility it could be, but alright. Here we are at Snow Point City. What you got to say to us about this boat? Oh yeah? I don't know where that guy goes offhand. Let's hit the Pokemon Center real quick. Let's heal. Tank the FPS. Maybe. Speaking of FPS, have I dropped? No, I haven't dropped anything. That's good. And before we go into the gym, is there a shop? There's a shop here. Good. Because I want to grab some quick balls if I can buy them here. Yes, I can. Let's go to 25. That should see us for the rest of the game. Shop music is a little soft. Alright, now into the Snow Point City Gym. This place... See this? That's probably just being skipped over right about now. Actually, I'll walk up to it for you. So, right at the top of the screen, this, aside from glitches, I'll talk about that in a second. This is why this place sucks, and the fact that they decided to just do straight ports of Diamond and Pearl without even so much as looking at Platinum, except to shove the Glaceon orb into the post-game, sucks. This gym layout is exactly what it was like in the original Diamond and Pearl. But it is possible to get into a position where you only eliminate the middle row of snow boulders and neither the top nor the bottom, and then you get stuck in the middle basin and you're soft locked. Platinum has only 3 boulders placed, one in top middle, one in bottom middle, and one in middle left, which prevents the soft lock from happening, while still basically maintaining the same solution. So, yeah, this is a case where the soft lock is not a glitch. It is 100% an issue of design. As for the glitch that was referred to, let's see if we can pull this off. Well, we screwed it up, but for those of you who are unaware as to the nature of this particular glitch, let's try just using the D-pad to do this for the moment. Go over here. It also may have been fixed in that you can basically go diagonally up these slopes if you do it correctly. Yes, there was a patch released today that it contains bug fixes, but I don't know what all it was, and it downloaded very quickly. So I assume that it's very small and that it was primarily this. But yeah, you used to just be able to skip past the entire gym. So, rip speedrun tactic for us. Also, starting with Houndoom in this gym is not a great move for us. Because, as you will soon see, the fact that there's only 2 Ice-type families in the main Sinnoh Pokedex means that pretty much everyone here is actually using, like, Floatzels and shit. Instead of the same 2 Pokemon. So instead, we're going to throw Magnezone up to the front. And yeah, Rip Surf on land. There were a lot of pretty funny glitches, I gotta admit. And I think that that's kind of the thing that is making me a lot less, like, angry about the quality of this game, is that the game is still basically a fairly playable game. Well, that is fairly playable relative, of course, to the original. So, you know, if you think that Diamond and Pearl are okay, then these remakes are doing the job. You know, it's not like game-breaking glitches. I mean, there are plenty of games that just bug out constantly, pretty much just by you looking at them. Like, Spyro Year of the Dragonfly on PS2 is one where it's like, okay, this game is glitchy in a way that actually upsets me, because not that I think Enter the Dragonfly would be a particularly good game if it weren't, you know, bugged all to shit, but the fact that it is as glitchy as it is actually a problem for it. And stuff like, you know, I mean, invoking the name of Fallout 76 is just kind of a bit of an issue. You know, that's like, oh, hey, you don't have a whole lot of imagination on that one, do you? But on the other hand, Fallout 76 was a horrifically glitchy mess when it came out. And I'm assuming that Fallout 76 is still kind of a mess. But Pokemon games have very rarely been so funky in terms of that stuff that they've been rendered problematic to play them in a normal way. Like, there are some glitches that you can do that can do some amazingly fucked up things to Red and Blue. I think I've mentioned this before, but you can actually set things up using the standard, basically with the same setup as the Glitch City, where you sneak out of the Safari Zone early and then you get called back from the timer. But you can orchestrate it such that if you are jumping over a ledge as the timer runs out, you get a walk through walls effect. Basically, until you start a battle at all, I think. But you can just use that and just be like, okay, I don't care about the rest of this game. I can go basically straight to Victory Road. At least, I'm pretty sure that you can cheeseball all the way to Victory Road with that. I might be wrong about that. You might actually run into badge checker issues. But I don't believe so. I think you can actually just go straight to Victory Road and straight to the Elite Four. And just, you know, skip out on almost literally the entire game. And that is hilarious. But you won't see it most of the time unless you're intentionally doing things that are stupid. And the same thing goes for Glitch City. Like, the missing no glitch is one that conceivably that's a little bit more doable because the way that basically because of the way that the old man tutorial works, that it's just like, hey, it's an optional thing. And you decide, oh, hey, I feel like talking to this dude that I never talked to before for some reason. And, you know, it'd be weird, but it's a little bit less so than a lot of other things. But a lot of things are kind of violations of common sense. Like, oh, hey, I'm going to try and open the menu while I'm getting seen by a trainer. And it's not the first time this has happened to me in the game. Why are you doing that? And yet it leads to you being able to catch Mew and some other goofy shit. But yes, saying that, they raced to patch this, but not Nintendo Switch Online. Is the state of the Plus Pass NSO still, like, a glitchy, just mess, for lack of any better term? I would assume that, yeah, it is still kind of a shit carnival, because, I mean, obviously you just said they didn't patch it, but yeah, I don't 100% know what they could do there other than making a whole new emulator that actually works for a lot of those 64 games, or for the Genesis games or anything like that. Aside from, like, the obvious of going to the people who make some of those emulators and being like, hey, can we license this software out from you? I mean, obviously, yes, they could try to bully them with spurious lawsuits, but we're hopefully a little bit past that phase of life where companies will think they can actually get away with that, because by now there should at least be some semblance of people doing actual law related to that stuff in the, you know, and also, for that matter, that they don't jank code directly from any system BIOSes, probably. You know, not like on purpose. If it's writing the same thing, that is a thing that happens, but you know, I'm talking about there was definitely an era where it was actually stolen, and of course there's emulators that are like, hey, provide your own system BIOS. We're just here to interpret that, basically. And I hope at least a vague percentage of what my thought is here is, like, actually, you know, sounds like words. That if Nintendo were a company that didn't suck butts, that maybe they could, like, go to the creators, you know, the coding team that does Parallel or something, and be like, hey, yeah, we really, really would like to use this, and we'll pay you a reasonable chunk of change to do this, for the purposes of having something that is official and that actually works vaguely well. Granted, this is also what my theory has been behind, like, what they could and perhaps should do with the Mother 3 fan translation, is that if they really want to put Mother 3 out in America and other English-speaking territories, that they should contact Clyde Mandelin and people like that and be like, hey, we'd like to buy that. And, you know, we'll pay you a pretty decent sum of money, but we want to release an official version of this. And I know that those people would be like, hey, yeah, this is the thing that happened, go support it. So, yeah, I will read that in just a second here. Teach Any Move is still alive. Alright, that is excellent. I'm glad that that's gonna be a thing for, yeah, I guess if anyone is silly enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna go play in battle spot stuff, and we're gonna make sure that we don't run into any hackers. Yeah, okay, good fucking luck with that, idiot. I would not be surprised if there was still a functioning duplication glitch. I will say if there's a little bit of... No, I'm being stupid. That's just a thing that's not doable. We gotta reset to the start again. Mostly just swim on land glitch and stuff like that. Well, I mean, still good on them for at least being like, hey, yeah, our game is fucked. We should probably do at least something about it. Even if they don't get everything, well, it is theoretically a start, and we can pretend they care. Pretend is going to be the big word there. And as far as you can't actually take fan stuff for money or anything like that, well, okay, if it is a copyright restriction, which it could very well be, I would absolutely see that being an issue. Which is interesting because that's a situation... Well, these situations overall, rather, are ones that are comparatively unique when it comes to that, because I see people say stuff like that on a non-zero amount of things. When I did a video earlier this year where I talked about the infamous ROM hack Chrono Trigger Crimson Echoes, which of course is a project that was C&D'd when it was, as far as we know, 98% finished. And I saw a lot of people were like, well, if Square knew a way to make, if they wanted to make easy money, they should just release that themselves. And this is an interesting case because Crimson Echoes is decent and technically competent fan fiction, whereas the Mother 3 translation patch is actually good. That's the big thing, is that I think that actually publishing Crimson Echoes and you just put it there for people to be able to check it out right next to the official release, people will start to notice the cracks a lot more easily. And they will start realizing, oh hey, at least 60% of this is built on a sandbar called headcanon. And yeah, that's absolutely a very simple thing, is that randomizers, if you know some of the basic stuff of the code, it's not hard to program a randomizer. At least not on a basic level. Like, if I dug a little more into the code of, like, Pokemon Red or something, I could set up a very simple script to be able to just be like, okay, I'm going to randomize the value for all of these Pokemon encounter tables, and there you go. I can have a randomizer for that in like an hour and a half. And that's a slightly generous estimate, is an hour and a half, because again, that's not a particularly hard thing to do, is that specific thing. Meanwhile, we've got a Dig and Chuck here. We're going to switch in... we're going to switch in Crobat, I think. So what I'm saying is that somebody who is more knowledgeable about coding and knows the guts of the game a little better can very, very easily set up something that would work a lot better and be more in-depth and have sanity checks and everything for something like that than what I'm saying of I could probably do that in, I could whack that out in less than a day. Oh, am I supposed to say whack that out when Fire Drake is potentially watching? Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you get... Let's say you get like a team of 10 people at most on that, because that's more than you need for it, but it's also... And it's more than a lot of these things have in terms of like an actual team, the fan-developed randomizers. But it would hopefully be enough to, you know, have people who know the guts of the code and can put together skeletons for all of this. You could probably make a good quality randomizer for the entirety of a game, randomizing everything that will say should be shuffled. You know, that would, like, actually, you know, not be too much of a problem in the span of less than a week, and you could staple it onto these games and just be like, hey, yeah, we did this, it cost us like $200 in wages, maybe. Well, I mean, I guess if I say a week and it's $200 for 10 people, that's fucked up, but, you know, Nintendo are sick puppies, but they don't run a sweatshop, as far as I know. You know, pretend I used numbers properly, but it would be very cheap, and you'd be able to get a lot more people on board with, like, you could still be putting out Majora's Mask GameCube level ports. Okay, I'll say one thing is that Candace's open mouth and, like, just her general graphics really don't look good. That is definitely a place where the graphics are certifiably stank. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, you would be able to get a lot of people on board very, very easily. You know, there are some people who would be like, well, I wouldn't buy a game a second time, and I'm over here, I bought this game twice before I owned it, technically. I have both copies right here. And this game is, you know, middle of the road. Yes, I did pre-order Endwalker. And tomorrow, I believe, is when the game is going down for maintenance to start updating stuff for Endwalker. I probably should get on today for one last hurrah of maybe grabbing a couple of Moogle tomes and, you know, getting some free MGP or something. And see if I can sneak Black Mage to 80. Because I'm sort of reaching a point where Black Mage is almost getting to be fun. Gets reset to the start of the ew. That's a good point, though. I will make sure that that's a thing I do. Okay, so now we have to go to the Lake Acuity area. Yes, yes. Okay, what's going on over here? Is this just someone in the deep snow? Do you have anything to say to us? No, you're just stuck in the deep snow. This would be an ideal place to put a hidden item, but I don't think the designers of Diamond and Pearl thought through doing that. So yeah, I'll make sure that that's all up to date. Yeah, I can do that. I can go get Black Mage to 80, hopefully. Oh, maybe it's over here. Again, I don't know if there's actually a hidden item over here. I'm just taking a get. Ooh, free Hyper Potion. Neat. I'm still working on that, don't worry. I need to do, like, one last post-sweep of... I think I've installed everything that we've decided on, I believe. And it all seems to be working okay, but I do want to do one last sweep of, like, is there any last piece of content I want to slip in there? And I need to get Fast Workbench and Fast Furnace double-checked, because I put those on there. I need to see if they have any configurations. Oh, I see Barry got his ass handed to him. Yeah, we are just doing just a straight up kitchen sink for the moment. I am, however, setting aside, as before, as I mentioned to you, I think I put all that shit into your, into my Discord PM with you. So I should at least be able to call that back up. And yeah, yeah, so that should be a thing that we can do. And I've been setting aside things if we wanted to go for a more challenge-oriented thing. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Jupiter wants to leave. I mean, her one leg is practically entirely exposed. I don't know what's up with this outfit, aside from it being like somebody's weird fetish thing. Did we configure... Oh, I didn't do skill stuff. Loot bags, however... Loot bags, I did some retooling on. However, I guess I can try throwing a couple of items into blacklist for a few tiers if we decide that some of them are a little overkill. Like, you saw that a common tier loot bag was spawning iridium ore. I put a choke on how many items it can spawn in the bag, so it might be a good idea if we want to limit that to, like, rare or something. The problem is that I don't know what all is added to every single chest. Like, I guess there's certainly a case to be made for, like, get diamantine and emeradic crystals out of there, for example. And I did do one tweak for it that loot bags will check what killed them to make sure that it's a player or something that's simulating a player. So that way it's not just like, oh, hey, we threw down iron spikes and they just keep crashing into them. Well, free infinite loot bags. You got to use at least, I think diamond spikes might count as fake players. But if not, I know that Killer Joe from Ender IO counts as one. If we had computer craft turtles, those would count, but we don't, because honestly, I don't think any of us, you know, any of our potential things are going to be, you know, I don't think, like, any of our potential people are going to be computer craft type of people. I could do something like that. I think I'd have to set it up so that way it's like, hey, it doesn't take from chest loot, it just takes from its own special set of items. I don't 100%... I'd have to crack that back open to see what that's like. So anyway, back to this. Hey you, what do you got? Oh, this dude's just going to tell us where to find a storage key. Okay. Safe with your guard in front of the HQ. Alright, buddy. Well, thank you for informing me of who I have to go kick the crap out of. And it's this dude. They took this dude's Clefairy away. I don't know nothing about no storage key. Immediately drops it. Oh. That's a glitch. Did anyone see that? By the way, did you guys see me walk up onto the key? It only works once, but I definitely just did that. That was hilarious. That one hasn't been fixed. I mean, it's completely harmless, but also... Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Classic. So that storage key opens the way down to the basement, but we're going to take a quick look around the offices here of the Team Galactic building here. Double check that there's nothing going on. Someone is going absolutely apeshit on those synth horns, by the way. Like, wow. Like, can we get that replaced with the Cowboy Bebop soprano sax? I think it's soprano sax. But you know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, because we have Rock Climb, let's go get this real quick. Before I forget. Suddenly, Bibarel. Noom! It's a jar of full incense. That is not useful at all. What a waste of my time. Fucking rip PB paste, Jesus. Hey, you. You're saying exactly the same thing, huh? Alright. Let's shove the storage key in here. And the key broke. Excellent. Free Duskstone, though. Not gonna be a thing that comes in handy for us this playthrough, but nice. It is completely free. Hard to complain about free. Meanwhile, we can just toast this thing in a single hit. Nice. Give me your cash. I don't care about your complaining, sir. I just want your pocket money. Granted, I bet being a Team Galactic grunt doesn't pay shit, so I probably just took that dude's, like, entire month's wages. What's he gonna eat, his uniform? Also, the more I look at Dustox, and I've had to look at a lot of it because of reasons, the goofier it is, it's got that stupid looking smile on its face. And its eyes are like, almost like sunglass lens shaped. Hi! I'm a completely useless Pokemon! Bronzor, huh? Do we have anything that would be, like, good against Bronzor? Actually, not really. I mean, I guess Carnivine can crunch it for good damage. But Houndoom's Foul Play is fucking useless. And we can't rely on choosing either fire or ground type attacks because it'll take either neutral damage from fire or no damage from ground, and we don't know which. However, we managed to one-shot it with Crunch because, well, I guess we're like 8 levels above it, so being able to plow that thing into little metallic flex is probably not too hard. You don't know how the warp panels connect, huh? Fair enough. Alright, so we've got a warp panel puzzle over there. And we got a grunt over here. There's still a trainer that we can fight in the basement, I think. So we are probably going to go back down there and go give them the what for. And possibly even the but for. And you might be asking me what exactly that is. Well, I think you know the answer, actually. Let us indeed go investigate that basement and... I don't know, make sure it doesn't get flooded or something. Look for the boss's collection of anime figures. Actually, let's not do that. No, this is just some dude who hangs out down here. Okay. That's an escape hatch, I guess. For us to sneak out of. Up these stairs we go. Time for some teleport panels. And they have particularly long animation. It's a good thing that this isn't like this. I almost said the Sabrina City Gym. Oh no. It's not like the Saffron City Gym. Or the Lavera City Gym, which is the same one. Is it Lavera City? It's the one... It's in X and Y. It's Valerie's gym. Because they literally were just like, hey, yeah, we're going to lean so much into our nostalgia, into the nostalgia for this game, that we're just going to make certain gyms literally identical to previous locations in the game. And by gyms, I also mean Santaloon Forest, which is... literally the exact same map as Viridian Forest. So we can teach Empoleon Scald if we want. It's a bit of a damage loss compared to Surf, but it does have a good chance to burn. 30% chance. So if we're up against something where we know that burn wouldn't be a one-shot anyway, that would be more valuable. But, meh. That's what I gotta say about that, is meh. I'll save Scald for in case we have a different type of Pokemon that can learn it, because that is a distinct possibility. There's a grunt over there. We're gonna see if there's anything else we can get out of here before we go. Alright, so there's this dude here. I think this is the way to the end, actually, so if we go this way too fast, we will miss out on a couple of trainer fights, but I'm still going to investigate anyway and see what's the deal. Mr. President, what the hell? Oh, see, that's a decent use of Psyshock over Psychic, because I'm pretty wait a second. Does Magnezone have higher physical defense than special defense? Fuck, I don't remember now. Anyway. Oh no, Kinesis. Spoon! Ah, the Tick. I haven't seen the Tick in years. I haven't seen the live-action Tick series. I've heard that that was pretty good, but I saw the cartoon version of the Tick when I was younger. If you're so evil, eat this kitten. Ah, classic. Alright, so I guess giving this thing a crunch is probably our best way of dealing with this right now. And that foul play has managed to not come in handy at all yet. I'm starting to think choosing that move was a fucking mistake. Yeah, Houndoom does not have the greatest move pool without the aid of TMs. But it has some stuff it can learn if we feed it a couple of TMs. And there is still the Dark Pulse TM to be gotten in Victory Road. That's going to help it out quite a bit. That Sludge Bomb TM is an option for a little bit more coverage, although, I mean, you don't need that for too much. I don't think, because Houndoom is already a fire type, so it deals with grass types very well to begin with. Carnivine could use it. Carnivine could use it to have a little bit more variety in its moveset. Houndoom deals with plant types very well to begin with, and most fairy types are going to be like, about it, because it's a type that's neutral to fairy. Okay, so I was incorrect about... Oh, geez, I was talking about flooding earlier, and look at that, there's already some water on the floor down here. I could also go to the underground and grind for heart scales and get, like, Thunderfang and stuff for Houndoom. I mean, Houndoom has okay stats to make it a mixed attacker, I think, unless ours is, like, very specifically swung towards special, which I actually think it was, but let's take a quick look here. Yeah, that is the issue, is that it has an attack down nature. But I think that's actually a better, you know, a closer spread than we have for Crobat. Not quite, actually. So, I mean, Thunderfang may not be ideal, but it is an electric-type move, so we can have a little bit more work for Houndoom to be able to do, and it has good speed. It can take on a fair chunk of water types with that. I think Crobat has a not tiny set of moves that it can learn from the move relearner, but I don't remember for sure. Because again, I don't think we have heart scales on this file at all right now. I got a reasonable chunk sitting on Shining Pearl, but I haven't played that in a moment. Because I beat the game and I was like, yeah, I finished the story. That's it, we won. Although I should probably do the other stuff and just at least start accumulating a couple of the Romanos Park legendaries, because I know a bunch of people who picked up Diamond instead of Pearl and only got the one version, so honestly, why not Mule for them, I guess, if they're the sort of people who don't want to go through the, you know, any of the other procedures to get that stuff. I'll cover it. You know, even bad Pokemon games I usually enjoy. I mean, listen, how many times have I attempted over the years to subject myself to Pokemon Uranium over stream and then didn't carry through because I took like 2-week vacations in between? Oh, right, that game sucks, actually, but, you know, here's the thing. It could be that bad and in a much worse type of game. Yeah, it's it's not good. It is a mess. Leroy Brown gags talking about it. Yep. There you go. That sounds about right to me. thought I aimed the stick down. What level is Magnezone at? 46? Alright, I'm thinking we can put Rhydon up front here. Oh, okay. That one's not a trainer. Stunky is not an ideal thing to be running into here, because we don't have a ranged ground type attack. What we do have, however, is we have Rock Blast, and we have good attack power. So that'll do. But come on, no Skuntank yet? Are you kidding me, dude? At this point, if you can't evolve that damn skunk, you probably should not be in the gang anymore. You're out of the gang! Bronzor. Well, we can Thunderfang it at least. Extra Sensory, huh? That's a move you don't see a whole lot of. Because it's really good. God, I remember when Extra Sensory was first released in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and it was 30 PP. Also was an exclusive move for like Shiftry or something. And they've since nerfed it to 20 PP, but it's still really strong. It's on par with like Psyshock and stuff like that. And it can flinch. Yeah, your Pokemon stunk because it was a skunk. Alright. Crack this door open with the Galactic Key. Hey, how's it going, Lethal? Hope you're having a nice evening. Oh, hey, look, it's a TM we can just buy! Awesome! Could have made that another Dark Pulse or something, but nope. Can we teach that to anything? No, we can't. Rip. Alright, so now I gotta figure out where they... I see more teleport panels. Alright, so all this just for a dang old TM. That's... Go this way. That goes down to there. I'm sure that it's going to be in a really obvious place, by the way. Because that's just the way these things go with me. Alright, telepanel. Been playing Fire Red because of this. Yeah. I do enjoy Fire Red. I enjoy every Pokemon game. All the mainline ones anyway. The ones that are like, you know, that play like Pokemon games and that are official. Because as we've said before, a lot of fan games can be very jank. And I mean, I'll still play them because I still really like Pokemon, but also... This one is one that's a little bit on the... They didn't do enough with it type of side. In my opinion, but meh. A little late for that. Fire Red randomizer. Amount of added sprites. Ooh, I haven't seen this one. Is this a different randomizer than the Universal Pokemon randomizer? If so, I think that's something you should probably send at me or drop it in Alan's Discord or something, because I'm still using that as a a base of operations because I don't feel like having my own Discord server that actually works. Oh, nice. I know that there was a randomizer for just regular Pokemon Red that does that. I didn't know that there was a Fire Red version of that just yet. That's cool. That is something I can appreciate. Okay, so that's going to take us around the back. We need to go back into the front door now, right? Yeah, so we come out this way. This way. And not around this way, I mean to the other door. Pardon me. Whoop. Yeah, see, here you go. Here's the other Galactic Key door. Stick that in, and we go. Alright, so these two are, like, really set up like they were supposed to be a double battle, but they didn't do it very well. We're gonna remove this dude's Golbats from this plane of existence pretty easily with this Thunderfang. Oh no, we're gonna take like 20 damage in this entire battle on our Rhydon, who is fairly stout. Unfortunately, we missed one of those Thunderfang. Damn it. Wait a second, I'm in Veilstone City. There's a couple of lenses I can pick up to get increased accuracy on a couple of moves here. Oh, randomizers are a lot of fun. I do enjoy a good randomizer of a lot of games. I don't think there's a lot of games that I've played randomizers of that don't work that well in that regard. I mean, sometimes there's like only so much that you can randomize to really change the experience, but it's still usually pretty fun. Silcoon. That is easily removed by a lot of our Pokemon, really, but I think it's going to be Houndoom who does deal, because Houndoom could use more experience than could Crobat, who's basically been our major crowbar for a little bit of a while. Yeah, Zelda 1 randomizer, for example, that's a case where you're gonna know basically where you can find most things, and there's enough of the game that is not gated off, really, that it feels like it often becomes a case with Zelda 1 randomizers, in my opinion, that you could probably get most of the big items fairly quickly and then just bull rush all the bosses and be done with it. Usually. Meanwhile, Zelda 2 is a lot different. Especially because Zelda 2 is really designed to be played out in a very specific order, and the randomizer disrupts that quite a bit. So you gotta learn new ways to deal with things, basically. And so Kadabra is going to probably fold to a simple Thunderfang. Or he can use Reflect and make me regret choosing that when I could have done Rock Blast. Yeah, Rock Blast would have done a little better there, that's for sure. Oh, this is gonna hoit. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, that's true. There's just a lot more stuff in Zelda 2 in general in terms of, like, areas that you can go to for, you know, other than the palaces. There's, of course, fewer palaces than there's fewer palaces in Zelda 2 than there are dungeons in Zelda 1. But that's okay. Everything else more than makes up for it. Also, I love this room. First of all, ensure the bed is unoccupied before getting into it. And second of all, the fact that this isn't even remotely a trap. This is just, hey, here's a free healing spot. And you take it and you go. However, there is still some stuff that we can get in a couple of other little side pockets here. So before we go fight that double battle and go find Cyrus and show him what's what, let's take a quick sneak around here and see... Well, first of all, is there any hidden items in here? Doesn't appear to be a hidden item in here, so... we should then be able to get that item from this telepod. Or not? Long hallway. And this is going to bring us to that telepad. Okay. Ah, yes. Good old time-wasting hallway before max revive. Thank you very much, game. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's disrupt this double battle real quick. And Krogunk, we should be able to deal with this pretty easily. Although it is going to still get a little bit of chip damage in on us. He's a jerk. Alright, Stunky. This can be dealt with pretty easily. Quick Rock Blast. Or we can miss. That happens sometimes too. Poison gas. Ew. Poison gas, which is now a move that has, like, actual accuracy instead of 55%. And yet, it's still... is just like, oh, hey, by the way, when the AI is using the 55% accuracy poison gas, they always hit with it. Because, yeah. We'll go back and heal because it's literally right there. And then we'll take on this fight. I'm not annoyed about the poison or anything. Shut up. And oh look, it's another butt-faced skunk. And we deal with it in the same way as usual. Just chuck rocks at it. Chuck rock. Oh, chuck rock. That's a game that Bryself used to make fun of all the time, and for good reason. Not to be confused with Chomp Rock, although, I mean... I've seen how those Chomp Rocks operate. Considering how Yoshi's Island is, yeah. Maybe the comparison is justified. Give the egg to not Carnivine, to Rhydon. Because again, more levels the better. We are coming up in the future-ish to an electric-type gym too, so it'll help out with that. Is there an item hidden behind these crates? No. Really? God damn it, Game Freak, like over 10 years ago. God, I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged in a while. Granted, I know that there haven't been a lot of episodes in the last, like, year or so. Well, I mean, longer than that, obviously, but, you know, they've been sporadically paced because of Little Karibo's mental health status, and probably also just the copyright-related things are oppressive on that, but more to the point, I feel like I've only seen one get uploaded in the past year or so. Alright, let's go and fight low-budget Ansem again. And by again, I mean this is the first time we're actually fighting Cyrus, but we've seen him before a couple of times. Also, one, I love the fact that he's saying, I could care less, which is incorrect. And two, I love the fact that even though we know that his name is Cyrus, it has reverted to Boss. We have just been outright forgetting all of the names of these chucklefucks, haven't we? Which is just absolutely hilarious. This background, I like this background. It's pretty alright. Although, I mean, when you're playing on a large screen, you really notice that the stars in the background are just squares of light. But whatever. Murkrow is using Taunt on us, which is fine, because we don't have anything except for damage moves. So instead, we just use our favorite solution of Chuck Rock. One day I will stop making Chuck Rock jokes. Or I'll forget to, anyway. Don't ruin the moment with my squares. Wow. Ah, fair enough. Sneasel. That is easily dealt with a bit of Arm & Hammer. Ooh, bonk. And we got a Golbat. This is it. His last Pokemon. Oh, it's pretty good. Big ol' arms squishing people. It makes me think of the Woodhammer animation from Gen 7, which is literally just an arm with a hammer popping out of the air and slamming the hammer down on somebody. I forget if that's still the case in Gen 8, but it was definitely the case in Gen 7, and it was freaking hilarious. And hey, enjoy your rocks there, buddy. And after all this, he just gives us the Master Ball because he's impressed by how strong we are. Okay, sure. What a weirdo. So, like, is he trying to imply here with this whole thing that he's some kind of wizard? Because he clearly is not. He just sent his Pokemon out the regular way in that fight. Or is he trying to imply that he has some sort of, like, special Poke Charisma or something? Because, I'll be honest with you, Cyrus has negative Charisma. Cyrus is, like, the logical conclusion of using Charisma as a dump stat type of behavior. Also, for some reason, we can't go this way yet until we go do the plot. I guess they just really wanted to be sure that you couldn't do any sort of tricks here. In order to release these Pokemon, we have to go and fight Saturn one more time. Stupid children will go this way, add Ballarts. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so Drill Run should probably get us through this thing in one hit. Not quite. A switch? I think Golbat's coming out. I should have... Oh no, it's Bronzor. But that might also be immune to... Yeah, see, it's levitating. Alright, so we're gonna be sitting here dealing with Reflect for a bit. Or, I mean, it can confuse us. That's also an issue. I'm just gonna sit here, keep doing this, see if we can land the paralysis or maybe some flinches. There we go, Reflect wore off. So we should be able to do regular damage. And that didn't quite fry the thing in one hit, but we're getting there. At that HP, we should be able to get away with a Rock Blast. Unfortunately, we're confused again. Wait, did we just not deconfuse? Yeah, it was only Reflect that came down. Pardon me. However, we've been confused for long enough that our chances of shaking the confusion off should be pretty high by now. Roll Run. Oh no, Toxicroaky's toxic. Oh no. I'm sure we'll be fine. Although it would really help if Rhydon snapped out of its damn confusion. Come on. There we go. One more turn to deal with this. Although that said, because Kadabra is really fast, I am going to switch out here in order to deal with it using Crobat, who is our fastest Pokemon. Kill shouldn't be too hard to get. And then it misses because all of Rhydon's moves are like 95% accuracy. And get fucking ruined, Saturn. Oh, you're just gonna give up and move out of the way. You know the rules of this world. Everything has to be solved by Pokemon battles. You could literally just sit in front of this thing forever, and we'd have to go look for a long stick or something. Okay then. Well, back out we go. Remember doing your taxes in Pokemon battles this year. Alright, we are done with this building. We are going to go and heal. Okay, so to get to the right side of Mount Coronet here to deal with this, we have to actually go fly to Hearthome City. Because if we try to enter Mount Coronet from anywhere else that we have access to it right now, which is primarily Eterna City, you will be you'll be roadblocked. I had to think of the right word, and I don't really know that that is the correct word either, but it's what we're going with now. So, oh, I forgot to get the things in Veilstone City. Oh, it's fine. It won't affect anything. Those lenses are just a placebo. I'm kidding. I'm gonna go back for them. Oh, Stunky, do you have the... Yeah, there we go. The zoom lens. That's what we're looking for here. Well, we can have the guy's contact lens, I guess. And we can have the wide lens as well. Neat. Alright, so... we are not going to equip it to Rhydon just yet, but... we do want that zoom lens because... we're going to be going second quite a bit as Rhydon. And it will give us a 20% accuracy boost multiplicative to our moves. So that should bump everything back up into the area of can always hit, unless we get accuracy debuffed or they're using protect or whatever. Hey. Dick, want to work, please? Alright, now back to Hearthome City and let's do the thing. Oh, did we never fight this trainer? Huh. Well. Time to make her party go squish. Oh, look, bees. Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Bonk. If we leveled off of that, that would be hilarious. And Roselia, so we're sending in Houndoom for that one, I guess. Not that we probably couldn't deal with it with Rhydon, but still, this is easier. Speaking of trainers we haven't fought before, but this time there's a good reason for it. If I can get to this rock wall properly. Hooray, level 47 for Rhydon. Wants to learn Earthquake. Oh, yeah! Ooh, yeah! Of course we want to learn Earthquake. Fuck Drill Run! Good to have a move that is guaranteed to hit without any items. I know, right? Best move in the game. Pretty much. Damn close. Get that grass knot going. Unfortunately, Onyx is a little less than impressed. However, its Screech completely missed us, bringing its chances of doing anything in this battle to a screeching halt. Da-da-da-da-da. Get the fuck out of here, Onyx. Excuse me. Please move, Carnivine. Otherwise, I can't get over here. And we smack this rock with a Bidoof. Pick up a bottle of iron. Okay. So here we are back at Mount Jim Cornette. And let's get to that rock wall, because that's how we're gonna do our thing. And we should be able to run away from this Machop. Nothing on this top floor is going to be worth fighting at all. Or top floor. It may not even technically be the top floor, but... Oh, hey, cute. We can find a wild Cleffa. That's something we won't have to breed, at least. So, yoink. And it was a critical capture. Neat. So if I recall how we're doing this, and I don't think I do, but trying this anyway. Right, now we can rock climb. Thanks, Bibberol. There's nothing in that rock. Hey, max potion. Nice. Ooh, and a free ether. I'll take that. Again, don't know how much we're going to be using PP restoratives in the main game, although this would probably be a good place to put them to use, because this place gets long. And there is no healing stop here. Oh hey, it's a regular Clefairy, not just Babby Clefairy. Let's chuck some rocks at it real quick. That thing's pretty stout. Pretty much need an earthquake to be able to one-shot it. Sheesh. I'm impressed, considering it's Clefairy. Nice amount of EXP from that. What is out this way? Part 207. Ooh, there's a rock climb area over here. I don't remember this at all. Very stout and fire red. Carnivine, move, please. All this for a bottle of iron. All this for a loaf of bread. Got an item for me? Ooh, a Pomeg berry. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, surely that glitch doesn't exist in this game, right? If it does, that would be fucking hilarious. TM80, Rock Slide. Oh, yeah. Now that is nice, 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 nice. And I'm not even talking about the rock that's spelled G-N-E-I-S-S. And sounds like it's pronounced nice. Although that would be a pretty good joke if I was. Missed opportunities and all that. Where the hell is it? Sort by number. That'll make things easy. What can we learn this? Empoleon and Rhydon, and that's it. 75 power. Well, that'll be why it's already on there, is because we got one earlier. That's right. I thought it was 80 power. 75 is making me wonder if I should even bother with that over the other move that shoots rocks, over Rock Blast. Because Rock Blast will have more than 75 power 1/4 of the time, and another 3/8 of the time. Basically, it's only 3/8 of the time that it's only a 50 power move. Meanwhile, I feel like I should hold on to those Rock Slide TMs a little bit. Take a revive. That's always... That's not something I buy a lot of, so it's good to pick them up in the world. Let's give this thing some Arm and Hammer. And it's not quite a kill. Damn. Yeah, there's not enough double battles in the game, really, to make that a big deal, and I do try to force most of those to be one-on-ones. Just to, like, deal with the EXP yields a little better. But, on the other hand... I mean, it's tough because both of them are good moves, and it's, like, reliability versus the ability to just rip things in half. Right? If it was Stone Edge, I would take it, because we are... Well, we already have the zoom lens. So, Stone Edge will go up to 96% accuracy with that. And Stone Edge, I think, is a base, like, 100 power or something stupid like that. Yeah, it's base 100 attack power, so Stone Edge would actually... I usually do not take Stone Edge very much because I generally just think 80% accuracy is far, far too low for me to risk most of the time. Alright, let's see if we can land an Earthquake on this thing. Yes, it is a heat-proof one. So, that's a free kill and a nice chunk of EXP for us. Bong! Yeah, see, it's worth 1,557 for Rhydon. That's a pretty solid set of business. And Seed Bomb for Carnivine. That is a much better physical grass-type move than Vine Whip. That's almost twice as much attack power. And I believe it's ranged, which is not going to be a big issue most of the time, but if we run into Pokemon with static, that is a nice little extra attribute to have. Because while Carnivine being slowed down is not a problem, losing turns sucks. Damn. Oh well. Houndoom, would you like to clean this shit up here? Come on, encounter rate, slow down a little bit. Sheesh. It's a Golbat, though. That thing should be pretty easily, that thing should be pretty easily nuked out here. Yep. And Crobat hit level 50. Nice. I'm thinking maybe we can get pretty close to getting the entire party to level 50 by the time we reach the end of the line, especially if we keep getting into all these fights. The game is just like, hey, yeah, why don't you get into every battle? I'm thinking, but that's a lot of battles. Don't be stupid. There we go. Alright. Medicham should probably hurt. Yeah, I just killed Rhydon. Wow. Yeah, that's a fucking high jump kick, that's for sure. Oof. I guess we can peck it for, like, no damage. Pluck will do better damage. Let's do that. Big oof. That was some bullshit. Yeah, we'll use a hyper potion for that. And fill Rhydon's HP up. Get into another encounter with another one of these Jagoffs. 1 inch away. What the fuck, game? Calm down. That is one weird issue that I don't really know how to categorize that I have had with this game is that it feels like you get a lot of extremely repetitive RNG. I don't know if that's me or what, or if it's just, you know, it just feels like it with this game. Or if there's actually something strange about how it picks its random numbers. Like, think of when we were getting our back-to-back drill run misses during Fantina's gym. All the times when we get into the same encounter multiple times in a row, just a couple of squares apart from each other while on the bike. All that kind of shit. I don't know what's up with it, folks. But it's a thing. So this side, this is where we start getting into, well, things splitting up a little bit. I think if we go up towards the trainers, that is going to take us further into Mount Coronet. That was not my intention. Let's go this way. See if there's anything over here. Oh no, not quick guard. I don't have anything to give right on priority. Yep, that's just a max revive. Oh well, that's okay. Back to the main branch. Although really, I would have rather have had more of a branch and ending in something substantial, but oh well. Oh well. I'm sure this scrub has like one Pokemon. Yeah, it's a beautiful eye. This thing is gonna get turned into chunks. Bug chunks. When I Rock Blast it, I mean, there's a chance that it might use Giga Drain or something. Wow, we're faster than... I mean, yes, we have 9 levels on this thing, but wow, I'm surprised that we're faster than that thing as Rhydon. Amazing. That has got to be like one of the slowest fully evolved of the regional early bugs. It's no Ninjask, that's for sure. Oh, a Chingling. I don't think this thing is even worth fighting. I don't want to waste my PP on this. This piece of crap. Yeah, and it's level 37. Get out of here. Hooray! A Super Repel. That'll probably come in handy in Victory Road, which is very long and easy to get confused in. Your time has come, huh? Your time is now. Da 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 da! You're gonna get roasted, chump. We'll just hammer arm this. Aw, dang. No kill. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Bronzor using Heavy Slam. Okay, sure. Idiot. And on Rhydon, too. I mean, Rhydon is really beefy. Oh god, yeah. I love when games have multiple camera angles for stuff like that. Bird's eye view in general is just very helpful. Yeah, I can go down in one hit. Nice. Alright, we get to go outside now a little bit here. Okay. And this is at least a way to add a little more variety here. Fortunately, we're just finding a Golduck right off the bat, so... right off the bat. And we missed it with Thunderfang. Dang it. Stop that! Wow, seriously? This Golbat didn't die from a... This is the hardiest damn Golbat I've ever seen. And another flinch. Good! Sheesh. So basically you found the death necklace from Dragon Warrior. Except it does something even better. Shove this boulder out the way. Not cursed after all. True. Alright, so... let's put Houndoom back at the front because I think we'll have a decent chance of being able to do some good work with Houndoom out here. Max potion. Oh yeah, if we're gonna find wild Abomasnows, that's absolutely a place where Houndoom can do some good work. It's level 40, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna die to a single flamethrower. Just kaboom. Roasted. Nice! Houndoom gained a level. And I think Empoleon is going to hit 51 before Rhydon hits 50. That's a little bit sad in a way, but also hilarious. Yep. Empoleon hit level 51. Rhydon is still at level 49. Really? I didn't even touch the stick. It just started going up on its own. Oh, shit. That is a shiny Abomasnow. How about that? That is one of the first just random wild shinies that I have found in a regular wild encounter. Neat. Get in the ball. Yeah! Obviously, quick balls get things done. Who would have guessed, right? It's the abominable snowman. Yeah, you don't say. Abomasnow is not really a super great Pokemon outside of specific places of where you would want to be setting Hail when it switches in. But hey, it is a shiny. That's pretty cool. That just happened. And up we go. And a Bronzong. We'll use Fire Fang because, I mean, it's just Dustox. That should be pretty easy to obliterate in one hit like that. And another Dustox. About to use Golbat. We can sit there and we can still roast this thing, I'm pretty sure. Nice. Let's give the lucky egg back to Carnivine, because Carnivine has like a really slow EXP gain. It seems like it'll need that the most. And burn this chucklehead to the ground. And another Golbat. We should be able to just throw that to death pretty quickly. Yep. Another escape rope. We've been in this place for a while, man. In case I haven't made that clear. Out we go again. And I can't get up there. We have to go there through, probably through that waterfall area. If I had to guess. Does this rock contain a... It contains a rare candy. Nice. We accept those as payment for various reasons. Whoop. Another cave entrance right here. Is there anything going on here? Is it just go along and you get turned around easily because of well, textures and all that. We'll do foul play. That should be enough damage to end this, even with the debuff from Burn, which I think is copied over on our calculations. That thing is not worth fighting. Come on, game. Ah, yes, more of these parties. You'd think that this team would have outgrown these by now, but I guess there's only a certain amount of Pokemon in this entire region, so... What can you do? Maybe we're just fighting the same grunts over and over again, and that's the thing. I don't want to bother with this fight. What am I thinking? About to send out another Krogunk, huh? Well, we'll just deal with that using Crobat, because these at this point these things are not really worth a ton of EXP. I mean, I'm sure that some of these Rock Smash rocks actually, like, hide items. But I don't know for sure. We've been in this place for so long that it is wearing me down a little bit. Oh, this definitely looks like a place where some stuff's hidden. Oh, all that for a revive? I sure hope not. There's a little more to it than that. Oh, is it a shortcut this whole time? Ugh. Irritating. Because I didn't see it the first time. Oh, good job not killing it, Houndoom. It's some good work you're doing. Well, at least there's the burn, I suppose. And Foul Play can finish it off, so we can save our better moves. This dude's just blocking the way, so we can't even... We're down here pretty much for nothing. That's irritating. That's gonna do some damage. Not enough to kill, but still some damage. So I guess we're going back out here and we're going to go explore this side path. Told you, this place is really long and really easy to get lost in. This... Down this path, there's just an item, I think. But still, we'll go for it anyway. Hey, look, it's another Abomasnow. And burn this tree down. How do you like that, Abomasnow? Etc., etc. And that's just for a big mushroom, is that it? Oh, I see this thing has a roost. Our foul play isn't doing a ton of damage. But it's getting the job done at least. There we go. It decided not to roost 2 turns in a row. Hooray! Empoleon finally is learning Drill Peck. We finally have a better move for removing the various fighting types in this world. And back into it we go. Hey, Houndoom, you want to hit level 50, please? So that way I feel okay switching someone else to the front. Or you can just run into one of these things that I would really rather not have you up front for. Let's put Carnivine in. Carnivine can deal with it instead. Yep, see, that was the right move because it exploded instantly. Foul play, we might be able to do something with that, hopefully. There we go. One, maybe two of these should, yeah. Bronzoro's down in one. Hooray! Level 50. About to use Glameow, so we'll switch in. Magnezone should be able to carry through this fight. How near death is this thing? It'll take a foul play or two, but we'll be able to get there. I guess I don't need Houndoom at the front anymore. I can probably put Magnezone in even. And it'll be able to take care of things. I swear soon we're going to be somewhere here. We should be pretty close to the summit anyway. Hooray! Some items. Some money for later. We should have good damage from Discharge. Well, Carnifine's hurting for sure, but let's use a Hyper Potion here. Just in case we got a couple more fights before we hit the Spear Pillar. Yeah, we got at least a little bit more going on here. Oh, hi, Machoke. Nice dual chop, buddy. Well, neat. And Carnivine's not going to be not going to be very good against this Golbat. Might be able to handle the bugs, but... Alright, we'll switch in for the final Glameow, because... yeah. Hmm. Wants to learn Power Whip. I think we're going to ditch Sweet Scent for that, as... or do we want to get rid of Seed Bomb for Power Whip? I mean... yeah, we'll ditch Seed Bomb for Power Whip. I know we just got Seed Bomb, but I think Power Whip, just the fact that it has that much more damage on it, is going to be a little more useful, and Grass Knot can be our way of busting up very specific targets with better accuracy. Because, of course, Grass Knot is just going to keep getting better as the game goes on. Can I not talk to you from down here? Fine. I guess we're forced to take this as a double battle. So our moves are not going to do terribly much against these Pokemon, I don't think, but these Pokemon are not very strong either, so with our level advantages, things should even out, right? Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, the Dustox lived somehow, but we can fix this. We can fix this. That's out of here. Lastly, a Croagunk, which Carnivine can't really do a whole lot against, but we're gonna throw a Crunch at it just to, just because, really. But Drill Peck should end it anyway. Alright, so I think we get a heal around this point before the double battle against these two. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, buddy, you keep... Again, jeez, I'm sorry, hang on a second. Excuse me. Well, better than coughing through the cutscene, I guess. Oh look, it's like the pixels from an old television getting sucked away. I don't think that's on purpose or anything, but... Yeah, okay, buddy, you just hold your horses. Let's fight these nerds. And here comes Mr. Useless. Oh boy, both of them have 3 Pokemon, and they're all gonna be trash garbage. Cool. Can't wait to be the only person who does anything useful in this battle. Yes, see, we didn't even kill the one on the other side, and Barry didn't decide to help team up on the specific one. Wow, that thing didn't die? Really? Amazing. Actually, after what happened with the Bronzor under Mars, I'm surprised that Munchlax managed to get a kill there. Nice work, I guess. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go for something a little better here. We're just going to see this thing use Dig. Okay, sure. And that thing's going to use Flamethrower. They're actually busting out good moves. I'm impressed. Kind of impressed, anyway. Yeah, see, this thing is holding up decently. They have good levels. And a good moveset, as we've kind of just made clear. Well, good on you, Barry. You're actually doing something useful. I'm kind of shocked, considering the way this has gone. We'll swap Crobat in, because I know where that dig is being targeted at. Wow, you paralyzed both of their Pokemon. I'm slightly impressed. I'm gonna keep roasting Barry, even though he's actually kind of doing the most work here. Ow. Nice crit, you jerk. Yay! Gained some levels. And Skuntank remains paralyzed. Alright, now Munchlax do, like, really good damage here. Come on. I was hoping that I would not have to think about the prospect of potentially having that skunk blow up on me. Again, a phrase most people don't ever have to say in their day-to-day lives, but here we are. And no one-shot for Golbat. Fuck off! Wow, that Skuntank has just not moved the entire time it's been paralyzed. That is fantastic. There we go. That's what I was waiting for, and why I didn't want to attack the skunk with that. And hey, look, another Golbat. Wow. Wow. The Golbat. Wow. Wow. Just kill this fool already. Get the fuck out of here. We're still alive! At 2 health. No crit for Barry, unfortunately. Damn it. Well, I guess he's probably going to end up being the one who sweeps the last kill here. Oh, never mind. We did it! This fight is ours. Fuck you, Barry. You're still useless. I could have 1v1 both these in rapid succession just fine. Actually, it probably would have been easier just by virtue of the fact that I would have had switches on my side. Or, you know, switch between Pokemon. Alright. So now it's time for Cyrus. Or he's gonna find out, oh hey, the red chain doesn't work because that's pretty much the basic rule behind a lot of these Pokemon games is don't mess with the gods. More or less. At least for the first couple of games. Like, in some ways, this Pokemon game is just sort of a retread of Ruby and Sapphire in terms of the point and everything. Which, okay, I guess it happens, but at least this time they're like, there's like an actual villain and not just idiots. Oh, you won't, dude. You don't have time for that. I was gonna say, unfortunately, speaking of not having time, we don't get to switch our Pokemon around, which is unfortunate because I think he starts off with Murkrow again, or Honchkrow in this case, but that would be a case where we'd really want to have Rhydon at the front and not Carnivine. So let's put Rhydon up front. Defog? Alright, sure. Yeah, okay. I also didn't get to put my zoom lens on, which would be really useful here. Unless I put that on earlier, I forgot. Either way. Worst roll that I could get for fucking Rock Blast here. And for that matter, I'm still going faster than this thing. Yeah, see, we didn't put our super lens on because we're idiots. But send in Gyarados. All right, Gyarados should be able to get blown up from a discharge. Ow. Fuck. Yikes, we're at 2 HP. Really? That's a lot of... Wow, okay, he's got a berry for that. Alright. Dick. Well, there's no way we can stay in now. Let's switch in Crobat. And we should be able to pick him off from here. Oh, using a super potion. That's cute. That's probably not going to be anywhere near enough HP to save you from this cross poison. Nope, that's enough. Okay. And it's poisoned, and he's got Ice Fangs. Of course he does. Can you die from poison? Yes. We're back to every single water type is Gyarados again. And he's going to switch in Crobat. Well, Crobat should not be able to do much of note to Rhydon. As I think the only grass type move it gets is like Absorb. Yeah, so it's going to use Tailwind and try to set up for other Pokemon, which is not going to be terribly impressive, because, oh boy, Weavile goes faster. Yeah. Okay, sure. Boost Weavile's speed. That Pokemon, of all things, is going to see a real effect from having its speed boosted. Especially considering we're just going to hammer arm it, rather. Oh boy, it has Dig. Whatever. I don't care. Come on. That's not going to do enough damage to hits. I mean, we're weak to it, but we have a fat HP pool. Yeah, see, that didn't even do like a third of our HP. Oh, and look, he's got a Choppleberry, too. Well, it's too bad that Weavile's defense is absolute dog shit. Otherwise, that might have been smart. Unfortunately, Cyrus, you're using trash Pokemon for trash people. You're getting exactly what you deserve because you're bad at this. Yeah, okay, good for you. I was about to say, are we getting a cutscene? Yeah, it's just... It took everybody that long to get over here. Alright. It's Dialga time. Quit fucking walking forward for a second. I want to save. Yep, saved at a flat 18 hours so far. Here we go. Yeah, see, there should be no reason for me to need to reset or anything. Because quickballing this should be pretty easy. Oh man, look at that fucked up sky effect. That is freakish. Palkia has something different going on. That is absolutely not a glitch. That is definitely the game behaving the way it is supposed to. Yeah, okay, fuck you, Dialga. We're gonna quick ball this thing, so... We're just gonna... This is why I wanted to save beforehand, is because this thing can be a bit of a pain in the butt, apparently, in terms of getting quick balled, because I guess it's below the guaranteed threshold. It says, Dialga's still like a 3 catch rate? Yeah, it is, because they decided, hey, we're gonna leave that as a thing for plot Pokemon. Thanks. There may be a bit of reloading. I don't want to go through the frustration of the regular type of capture. And I'd like to keep my Master Ball for other purposes. Granted, we're probably not going to explore the post-game on stream for this. So I probably could just Master Ball this thing and be done with it, but on the other hand, I'm a big pack rat when it comes to Master Balls, so... Eat me! Will you stop fucking, like, getting worse about this, please? Piece of shit. Why did they not, like, make these easier at any point in the franchise? Why are these things such a struggle compared to, like, every version exclusive legendary after this? Well, then again, I guess you don't technically have to capture Dialga and Palkia. You can kill them and then come back for them later. Dialga does not have an easy catch rate. It has a catch rate of 3. It has the lowest in the franchise, tied with a bunch of other things. They they apparently did not change that at any point. Like, weirdly enough, you'd think, okay, it would probably be like the 45 that they put for stuff like that, but no, Dialga's a 3. Dialga is at the same 3 that they put Mewtwo and shit at. Because I guess they don't want the players to enjoy themselves. Fuck. Oh, did it change back down? Never mind, this series is shit. Why do people like this? I'm slightly overstating that, but still. Come on, stop being a bastard. Fine, we'll just do this the regular way. You stupid piece of shit. I'm curious if this area will give me the boost from Dusk Balls, although I'm playing this at night. It's like 11:30 over here. I don't have any really useful sources of status effects here. So I can't actually do that, but I can put Empoleon out here to just sit in front of this thing. I mean, I guess I can try Ice Beaming it for a bit. That might actually do a pretty good amount of damage, though, because we have 6 levels on this thing, and it's neutral damage, not resisted. Yeah, it died! Do you see why I hate this shit so much? Like, why I would rather just do this the normal way. And by normal way, I mean the quick ball method. Alright, so we're putting Empoleon at the front. Because if things go south, we're going to spam Ice Beam and hope we can get a freeze. I don't think it's actually required in this game to capture Dialga, which is strange in and of itself. But I'm still going to do it anyway because you should. I mean, I guess I could just kill it and move on because what do I care that much? Freeze. Come on. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck the critical hit. Just land the goddamn freeze! That's all I care about! Damage is not a problem. Okay, fine. We got it. Still, you fucked it up once, Empoleon. Don't start... Ugh. Whatever, we did it. We did it. We put our ass into it or something. Can I get a heal from somebody? I don't think there's any items up here at the Spear Pillar. And of course, since we don't have an Azure Flute, we can't go to that one place. Oh hey, the Adamant Orb is here. Which means that I forgot to get the other orb for Palkia when I played Shining Pearl. Oops. Alright, so... Escape rope, don't take me back outside. Well, and by that, I mean, don't take me back out to the fucking spear pillar. Okay, well, here we are. We can now fly to Veilstone City, and we can heal, and we can save. And we'll pick this up on Friday as we go and fight the last gym and probably go take on the Elite Four. Which means I probably should do some off-screen grinding so that way I'm at a level where I can deal with the Elite Four a little better and maybe look for a team that can solve a few problems a little more easily. Because there's definitely some very noticeable holes in what we're rocking. I mean, these Pokemon are all good, but, you know, certain things like a certain Garchomp are going to be a bit of a problem. And, yeah.